Welcome to Corey's Conscious Living. Hi, my little friends. Do you love the Heidi, Cherry and Vaya stories that I make here on YouTube? If you want exclusive stories that you can't get here and you want to join the Cat Club, follow the link down below that says Cat Club, Patron, and you'll find out all the details about how to join the club. Enjoy the meditation, guys. Are you ready to meditate with Corey? Are you ready to try very hard to relax in your bed? To calm down from your day? It's time to be still and listen and quiet. Heidi, Cherry and Vaya were nothing but still and listening and quiet. They were actually doing something absolutely redunculously, tremendously, terrifically crazy. They'd gone to SeaWorld. Now SeaWorld is in San Diego, in California, in the United States of America. SeaWorld is a very, very, very popular place where lots of people go to see different animals, marine life, dolphins, whales, things like that. But it's also a place of a very special ride. A ride that these guys had been waiting for quite some time. Heidi, Cherry and Vaya all loved roller coasters. Can you believe it? Even meek, mild, gentle Vaya liked a good roller coaster. Cherry absolutely loved them. Heidi loved them, but she wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing in the world. A good book is the best thing in the world. But she did like the sensations and the feelings and the excitement of a roller coaster. But she didn't like them as much as Cherry. Cherry, out of all three of them, was a little bit obsessed with roller coasters. And there was a new roller coaster at SeaWorld called the Emperor. The Emperor apparently didn't have any floors, so your feet just kind of swung around and dangled in the air as you went in crazy inversions, at least 3 of them, up and down and around and around and around. It went 60 miles an hour, guys. 60 miles an hour. Can you imagine? And the worst thing of all about it was it had a drop. A drop that felt like you were dropping from a building 9 stories high. It was awesome and at the same time frightening as anything else in the entire world. The cats had been waiting in line at SeaWorld for the ride for over an hour. Cherry said, I'm so bored. So bored, and it's so hot. I didn't think California was this hot. I mean, I knew it were nice. I mean, I know everyone says that San Diego is like the bestest place in the world as far as the weather goes because it's so nice all year round. And I mean, yeah, it does get hot, and yeah, it's supposed to have cooler days, but generally, San Diego is definitely a happy state. A sunshine place, you know, where there's lots and lots of sun and lots of nice weather. Never, ever, 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 ever is there snow, apparently. But did you know, Heidi, that if you drive like a few hours, you can get to a place called Big Bear and it snows there? Like 2 hours away, it snows, and yet 2 hours this way, it's blooming hot. I'm sweating my little armpits off. I'm so hot and sticky. It's disgusting. Vaya said, I had glitter on this morning. I thought it went really nice with my princess t-shirt and my outfit. It wasn't a good idea. I keep getting bits of glitter in my eyes. I'm so sweaty. Yeah, exactly, said Cherry.
Thank goodness gracious me, I didn't put any glitter on. But OMG! OMG, guys, this is so warm. I need one of those slurpy things. I need one of those pineapple-y things. Apparently, they sell the pineapple-y thing here. And it's like a cross between a Slurpee, a smoothie, an ice cream. And yeah, just heaven. And it's like squirted, mushy, sloppy pineapple ice cream, I think. I want one of those. I wish I'd have got one of those before I got in this line. This line is taking me like I'm gonna be 40 years old by the time I get on this ride. This ride best be worth it. This ride apparently is like the fastest, the highest, the craziest in the whole world. Or maybe in California. I'm not sure, I don't remember.
Heidi said, I think it's just California.
Yeah, you're right, said Cherry. But anyway, it's supposed to be so good. Are you excited, girls? Are you excited?
Vaya said,
I am. I'm a little bit excited.
I'm a lot nervous because standing in this line for over an hour has made it so that we can see and hear people screaming a lot. And they keep going on the ride, and then I actually saw one boy get off and vomit. It was so gross. It was not nice. That's definitely going to ruin my outfit. Cherry started laughing.
You're so funny. So funny, Vaya. No, but really, yeah, you're right. I've seen at least 4 different people get off these rides and vomit. I actually think it's a good idea I didn't get that pineapple drink before we went on. Are you excited, Heidi?
Heidi said, yes, very. Also, very, very nervous. Aren't you nervous, Cherry?
Let's have a think about that. Nah. No, I don't think I am. I think I'm just overly excited. I'm just very excited, but not nervous. And you know, it's very confusing sometimes because sometimes when you're nervous and sometimes when you're excited, it feels exactly the same in your tummy. You get the butterflies, you get the upsy-downy daisies, the churning, all the different feelings. You get all that stuff in your tummy with both being excited and being very, very nervous. Hence, sometimes I can talk myself into one or the other, and I'm not quite sure what it is today. I honestly think it's just excitement. Yeah, definitely. I'm just very excited. And I'm so glad Mum and Dad's not coming on with us and they're letting us do this all on his own, because it makes me feel so grown up and I feel so powerful and so roar, hear me roar, I am woman kind of energy. I feel so good about that. I'm thanks, Mum. Thanks, Dad, for letting me do this on my own, because we are old enough and we are tall enough and we should be able to get on this ride if we ever get on this ride.
Heidi said, oh, wait, I think we're only about 5 or 6 people to go now. We should be fine soon. In fact, we might even get on it next time. Cherry decided she needed to pee.
Oh, no. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bladder. There's definitely a trickle in there. I can feel it. I think I'm going to pee my pants. What if I pee my pants on the ride? What if I pee and it flies all over the place in the sky, and then because it's flying in the sky, it rains on everyone on the roller coaster ride, and then they all get really mad at me, and then they all shout at me, and they all say, Cherry, you peed on us. And I'll be like, my name's not Cherry, my name's Cassandra. Oh, gosh,
that would be awful. Heidi said, you're fine, you're going to be fine, you can hold it. We're almost there, and then as soon as we get off, we'll find a bathroom. Heidi was right. They were actually very close to the front. And within about 15 minutes or so, they were getting onto the ride. They were all sat on the same aisle, sat on the same line together. Heidi was on one end, Cherry was on the other end, and Vaya was in the middle. Vaya felt happy about this.
I feel so much better. Me feels protected by you two being in the middle. Thanks, guys.
No problem. said Heidi. "Anytime. Are we ready? Are we ready for this?" They all looked at each other with super excited faces. The thing that went around the shoulders clunked down and locked into place. The little back paws were hanging, just swinging in the air. You could hear the excitement. You could feel the excitement. Everyone was super nervous. It was a big ride, and it took about 30 people all at once. There was a lot of people, all like humming and buzzing and vibrating with excitement and nervousness and fear. Some of them you could hear already saying, "I'm going to be sick," before it even started. Heidi had a moment where she looked at Cherry and Vaya and said, "Why are we doing this?" And Cherry went, "Too late, too late." And then clank, clunk, movement, bustly sounds, and different things happening. And they were starting. The ride was starting. The life could possibly end. That whole feeling of adrenaline rushing through your veins, bursting out their eyeballs, making their mouths dry like they'd been chewing on a desert. Heidi looked at Vaya. She looked okay. She looked at Cherry, and Cherry's face changed a little bit from being super excited to possibly worried, possibly scared. But it was too late. They were going. The ride chunked and banged and started to move forward. "OMG!" shouted Cherry as the ride dipped down its first dip. And then it went under and over and corkscrewed around, so they were flying upside down and around and around. And then it started going really slowly up this big hill. Like a big hill. A mountain, even, you could say. Chug, 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 chug.
"I'm going to be sick," said Cherry.
Chug, 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 chug.
"I am definitely going to pee my pants," said Cherry.
Chug, 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 chug.
"I don't want to do it. I want to get off."
Cherry knew what was coming. It was the part where it dropped as if it was dropping from a 9-level story building. She knew it was coming. They were there. They were like going up the hill. They were like, no going back. There. Chug, 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 chug. And then it creaked and moaned its way over onto a flat bit at the top. Said Cherry. "I want me mum. I don't want to be on this ride. I want to get off. I don't like it. It's awful. I changed my mind. Let me off." She was shouting as she was shaking her head up to the sky. "Let me off. Is anybody listening? I'm going to be sick. I'm going to pee my pants. Let me off." Heidi kept saying, "It's okay, Cherry. It'll be over really soon. It's okay." Vaya kept saying, "Me wants to get off too. Me wants to get off too. It's okay though, Cherry. It's okay. We can do it." She grabbed hold of Cherry's paw. She grabbed hold of Heidi's paw. Vaya just closed her eyes. She decided if she couldn't see what's happening, it was a little bit less scary. She was still very scared. Cherry couldn't close her eyes. She thought if she closed her eyes, what if she couldn't see what was happening? And if she couldn't see what was happening, she felt like she was completely out of control. And if she was completely out of control, it was even worse. So she opened her eyes, big and wide, and you could see all the white part of her eyes, shining, glimmering in the sun, the heat of California. And then, just like that, they went over the edge, as if they were falling from the sky, falling to whatever was below, falling to the depths, falling and falling and falling and screaming and OMG, 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 is all that everybody could hear over and over and over again. And then it landed at the bottom, and they were alive. said Cherry. And then the ride carried on for a bit. Nothing was as scary as what they'd just done, and she was chilling out a little bit, and then they got to the end of the ride, and then they got off the ride, and their legs wouldn't work, and Cherry's paws kept going funny, and they'd gone all numb and tingly, and she couldn't feel her legs, and she kept wobbling and falling. I want my mom, she kept saying. Mom. Heidi said, "We'll go find them. They should be right over there. We'll be with them in any second. We'll be with them. Just stay, keep it together, keep it together." Cherry was seriously losing it. And then when they got to Mum and Dad, she jumped on her mum like a scared cat, literally. All her back was up and her fur was up. "Oh," said Mum, "I take it wasn't that great." Heidi just shook her head. Like, no. It was horrible. Heidi, Cherry, and Vaya all climbed on the Mum and Dad in different places and different parts, and they took turn getting different hugs from Mum or hugs from Dad. And then, finally, eventually, they calmed down and they weren't scared anymore. And Cherry said,
"Can I have a pineapple smoothie?"
And everyone started laughing. They had a wonderful time at SeaWorld. They discussed it in bed that night, and they decided that they would probably never, ever, ever in a million years go on the Emperor ride ever, 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 ever again. Even though parts of it were cool. And now that they were still alive, they felt a little bit better about it. But not enough to want to do it ever, 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 ever again.
OMG, it was awful.
Cherry kept saying and laughing. But it was fun. But then she decided again it was awful. And then after they brushed their teeth and got their pajamas on and settled down in their hotel room, they jumped onto a big, soft, comfortable bed and fell fast asleep very quickly. All the stress made them exhausted. Poor little kitties. The end.